Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality gaze. Let's love. New Year. Who dis? Who dis?
Who? I don't
Same
know.
queens. Same New Year. Same bitches.
Same bitches. After this tell-all, though, I
Same
don't know.
shit.
Yes, but also I don't know what's happening, y'all, because are we now reality gays? No limits.
I did. We were off last week, so I did not get to make any of my jokes about either Showtime or high stakes gay porn. That No Limits, because I've definitely seen several. Both No Limits 2 and 3 were both. They were disappointments, but No Limits 4 came through.
Yeah, No Limits 4. The first time I saw not a DP, but a 3P. Who knew? Who knew?
They really did have no limits.
No limits. Happy New Year, everybody. This is Reality Gaze with I'm Maddie.
Oh, we're introducing ourselves?
Sure, why not? It's the new year.
And I'm Poodle. Hello.
You are Poodle. We are going to be talking about the tell-all. We've got some other things to talk about. I don't think some of you either listen to the show or either listen to us, because we had so many people say, where's the tell-all part 1? Where is it? Where is it? I need it.
We had only been saying it for the last 6 weeks.
Yes.
Every single time we did a show. But, you know, Carl's wife's got a Carl's wife. So I will say it did make me feel needed.
It did.
Except for the one woman who said, get your act together this week. Where's the tell-all?
And it wasn't all caps.
Y'all, if you are coming out of if you're coming out of a coma like I did for 6 weeks, not 6 weeks, or coming off of really, really strong anesthesia, we were off last week. We did one show that was for our Patreon, with Love After Lockup, but for everything else, we took a kind of a nice week off, and it was lovely.
It was lovely. It was New Year's Day, so we wanted to celebrate the day. We hope that you all had it too.
Peas and collards.
I did too. We hope that all of you, whether it's peas, collards, I think some people do grapes, whatever you did. Some people do a dick. Whatever you do for luck on the new year, we hope that you got it and you'll get it. That's what I hope. Hope you got it and you'll get it.
I want to point out, for those of you who are on Intimate Portrait, we are remote and goat because you're in Texas at your mom's house. His mother has this ridiculous word art pillow on her bed saying, "Be our guest," and I want to rip it.
Proud of this.
I want to rip it to shreds.
So funny. My mother, y'all, I'm here because my mother had brain surgery. That sounds terrible.
It really sounds scary. Every time you say it.
No, she had a thing called DBS. My mother has I asked her if I could talk about this. So
it's like baby brain surgery.
Kind of. It's like a pacemaker for her brain. My mom has an essential tremor, not Parkinson's. We checked that. And so they put little probes in her brain. And then she just...
sounds completely unintrusive.
No, and they do it while she's basically awake. And so they just put probes in her brain, and they just shock the part of the brain that makes her shake. And now it's going to be a process of a couple of little more things, but the main part is over, and she's gonna not trim her anymore. She's excited.
That's
She
wonderful. How is
wants
she?
to-
How is she?
She's doing. It's crazy. She's doing very, very, very well. So well that I thought she was asleep. And I came up here. The guest bedroom is upstairs, and I hear Matthew, and I said, "Yeah, Mama." Thought she was dead asleep. Is your show on? It's just audio, right? I said, "No, Mama, we do video too." She said, "Clean up that guest bedroom. I don't want it looking like shit on that video." Because I had laundry everywhere. So right before I sent you the invite, like to jump on the link, and then I had to hurriedly clean up the guest bedroom. Because somehow my mom would find out if I did.
It's okay. It could be better, but that's okay.
It's true. I still got my shit everywhere, but we've been going through. I'm digitizing our pictures, so it's a process, and I'm trying to get it all done because I don't want to fucking come back to Dallas anymore because I've been here too much.
When digitizing your mother's pictures, when you've done everything else a gay son could do for your mother.
True. That's true.
when you put makeup on her, dressed her, hugged her really tight, the last thing you can do is digitize her pictures.
I mean, at this point, the guys in the neighborhood on Scruff and Grinder are like, "Oh, hey, I missed you. When did you go on vacation?" Because they think I live here.
What a nightmare.
So got to get back to LA. But anyway, she's doing. But we're remote. But goat. Anyway,
I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be doing this with you.
I am too.
I wish it were under different circumstances so we weren't talking about the tell-all to end-all tell-alls. However, y'all, if you haven't heard, if you've woken up from a Rip Van Winkle style nap,
true,
our long national nightmare is coming to an end because Toe is coming back on January 29th. I will finally be able to say, "This is Toe. This is Toe."
You can't yet. You can't yet, so stop saying it. We're not there yet.
Gives me joy. Y'all, the other way, 90 Day Fiancé, my favorite spinoff, the 90 Day of the 90 Day universe is coming back January 29th. If you have not seen the trailer, it is, of course, Cuckoo Magoo.
It's wonderful. Keep talking about it. I'm getting a pillow for my back. Because I'm at that age.
Get the Be Our Guest pillow. So we of course are. I am stoked about it. I am amped. I am gassed up. I cannot wait until January 29th till the Other Way premieres. We have 2 more parts of this tell-all. We'll be talking, like, kind of recapping a little bit of part 1 today that aired last week, and part 2 in the second half. But I think the thing we need to know about the new season of The Other Way is there's only one couple we've seen before, and that is Danielle and Johan of the Big as My Arm,
AKA Dick as Big as My Forearm. So, and if you're wondering why, wait, I don't remember them, y'all. It's because they're on Love in Paradise, which is airing now on TLC. But all of that, they're on season 2 of that Discovery Plus. I'm gonna make a push, y'all, and I'm gonna tell you, especially now, you've already Love in Paradise is one of my favorite spinoffs.
It's wonderful,
or maybe
this
my
season.
favorite. And second, A, because it's wonderful, and B, you have to watch that. I'm telling you now, if you want to know the fucking craziness of Danielle and the and the complete disregard for reality, you have to watch Love in Paradise to see her. It's required.
Might be one of the most delusional people.
Yep.
And I say that because she's not delusional in the way Danielle from season 2 of OG 90 Fiancé is.
No.
Current Danielle 2, should know better. Danielle 1 was in fucking Sandusky.
Danielle 2 was a teacher in New York City with smart friends. Unlike Danielle OG, who had no friends except eventually the witches.
No, you're forgetting about Rosacea Beth.
No, I didn't. I said smart friends. Yeah,
that's true.
Daniel, you're right. Danielle in New York City, she grown. She should know better. The
most delusional person.
And just
completely unaware.
And
we're happy to have her.
Oh, I'm so Y'all, because Johan is so fucking hot. And she's right. As he said, I think she said, did she say something like his dick rearranged her insides?
Yes, she said that, and she freaked out over remember her freaking out over the $200 thing of peanuts that he ate? And I'm like, he probably needs 3,050 calories or 3,500 calories a day.
For that dick.
Because he's like, it's all dick. I think he's like 6'5".
He is like 6'5".
So you woke up and he was like feeling faint.
He was like, "Oh, honey, it's all the bloods in my dick from fucking you down last night."
So it's those two.
No, he ate the peanuts in the fancy hotel, and she flipped out because, of course, they were overpriced.
Yeah, but she wouldn't shut them. And then he ate them in the car later on.
Yeah,
and she was just like, "Are those the peanuts?"
I forgot about that.
And y'all, there's great moments of her saying, "Yeah, his family lived in squalor. Am I ready for this?"
Yeah, her y'all, his family thinks she's a witch. They call her they call her either a bruja,
yeah,
because she's like super woo woo. And like,
I can't remember her religion. She has to plant a banana tree, and she can't eat.
She has to plant this banana
peanuts.
tree, and she's putting all this fruit around it. And literally, they just leave the tree, and then like 2 minutes later, you see villagers just taking the fruit.
And he's like, in my country, people are eat this because they're hungry.
It's just. She's so fucking clueless. So anyway,
it's wonderful.
Love in Paradise is required reading.
And there in the trailer, there is let's say a woman of a certain age who's wearing a blue hat who falls off a donkey. And I must say that kept me entertained for about 20 minutes. I watched that section over and over again because she doesn't just fall or stumble. She falls and hits hard. Like it knocks the wind.
And she falls kind of like comedy style. Like she freezes and kind of slowly begins to lean and goes, ah, and then falls. Yes.
The comic timing of a Goldie Hawn, really. Yeah, it's something.
I'm excited that we have a lesbian from Oklahoma.
Is she from Oklahoma?
She's from Oklahoma.
And we have our first kind of trans person on a trans man.
We're saying, we think they identify trans, but we're not sure. But I know it says it in the thing.
Yeah.
I think he identifies trans. Yeah.
I think he does identify as trans. Yes.
Gabriel or Gabe, I believe.
I think that's correct. Yes.
So that is.
We've got a high talking man from Egypt.
Oh, we do. And is that the one that the blonde woman that everybody's calling the woman from Tiger King? They're calling her that.
Oh, Carol Baskin. No, that's the older lady.
Yeah, the older lady. She's with a younger guy, though.
I think that might be him.
From.
I'm not sure.
Egyptian? Oh, it looks perfect.
But I'm very, very excited. I'm just as excited because the TLC social media and the TLC PR machine on Thursday of last week dropped not one but two fucking trailers, and the second, y'all, was Darcy and Stacey. Darcy and Stacey, manifest it. And the first scene of the trailer is Darcy running some type of American Ninja Warrior obstacle course and getting hit strongly into the belly.
It's probably just falling down. Her boobs almost knocking her out.
They're moving independently of one another.
Y'all, we've got Florian has to get a job to help pay for this wedding. He's just confused. It's like Santa and Christmas. He's angry and confused again.
And losing his shit. Stacey's getting her dream wedding.
And Darcy, when Stacey comes out of that wedding dress and Stacey spins around like a princess, and you see Darcy, the camera looks at her and she just goes, yeah.
And supposedly they have one of their worst fights ever. Guess who comes back to be Florian's best man? His best friend, Georgie, who looks good.
Georgie looks fucking good. I think I'm going to have to re-up that OnlyFans just to see what's going on.
Ooh. but
Ooh.
it looks like it's going to be a good season. Darcy hires a matchmaker, and I could not have written that better.
No,
honestly.
no. I have to say, I was already overstimulated by Toe. Once I saw Darcy and Stacey, I just kind of had to skip around the room.
I've barely slept for days.
just to get energy
Thinking about
out of me. It is. They're like saying, hey, we know that we put you through some shit, so we're going to get you some really good stuff. And we haven't had a trailer for it yet, but don't forget, Extreme Sisters is coming back this month. It's going to be glorious.
Oh, I did see a clip. Someone sent it to us. I should say this. I don't know where they got it, but
yeah,
a clip of the Psychic Sisters in the nude.
Perfect. Pang's back.
And there are triplets this season.
Did you get that familiar when you saw that clip? Did you get those old familiar?
Yeah, that kind of nausea and me kind of not wanting to be here. The kind of thing I'm just like, and it makes you rethink what you're doing. Yeah, that's that familiar cringe tear feeling. Because Lalu used to be that way for me, but Lalu's kind of like fun cringe tear. But when we do cringe tear, and Plathville can be, but Plathville sometimes has those moments to me too. But Extreme Sisters, Smothered, Me, You, and My Ex, that's premium cringe tier. If you watch those shows, you're a bad person.
Yeah. Never said I was great.
It's like Mother Poodle says, people who watch these shows are sick. And like I said, she's not wrong.
We are.
We're sick. Yeah. It's and you're sick too. Slut.
Slut. So yeah, check out Lalu is still good. Lalu is going strong this season, and it is good. Last episode was good, but a little dark. Little dark.
It was dark.
It was dark. It was good though.
It's a really good season of Love After Lockup right now.
It is. And just a reminder, as all of y'all, all these shows we're talking about, Darcy, Stacey, Toe are going to be on our free feed. If you want it commercial free, you can join the $8 tier or the $15 tier on Reality Gaze Plus.
Yep.
And you can get it commercial free. So
and Love After Lockup and Extreme Sisters are both on the $8 tier of our Patreon.
And then we're almost done with that. Now we're watching a good Happily Ever After tell-all of season 3. That tell-all has been fantastic. And we're about to talk about on our $5 tier, the Nicole and Asin wedding special, which is one of the best 45 minutes of television I've ever watched.
I need to clarify. They keep calling it the wedding special. It is not a standalone special. It is just the second part of the tell-all. So for the Carl's wives who are looking for the title of the Nicole and Asin on Discovery Plus, it's not there. It's the second half of the tell-all. But even though Sean Robinson calls it the Nicole and Asin wedding special.
It is so great. And Poodle, what are we? Because you said it and I forgot. What are we doing after Hey season 3 in our class list?
90 Day Fiancé season 6.
Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, y'all, Mother Debbie. We're getting Colty.
Our first introduction of Colty and Larissa.
There's who else is in that? There's
Steven and Olga.
Yes.
Then you're gonna get the Rage Monster. Then you're also gonna get. We haven't really seen anything from her yet, but the ultimate villain, a lot of people call. She's up there on everyone's fantasy football lists with Lita, Eric and Lita.
Yeah, we know nothing of her.
And then we are also getting Jay and Ashley and Jay, and Kalani and Asuelu.
Oh yeah, Kalani and Asuelu.
I think that's it. But yeah, there's 6 couples.
Gonna be a good season. So anyway,
all right. One more thing. One last announcement.
Sorry, it's a lot of stuff for the new year, y'all.
We were out a week. One last announcement, y'all. It's a new month, so that means Bi Curious, and we're going to do December's. I was given a note by someone on the last podcast, won't say who it is, but they're standing across from me, saying, "Why don't we do them in the middle of the month like we used to?" And I'm like, "Thank you for your suggestion. I'm not taking notes at this time." But the reason is because I get a better idea what the month is like. And we don't have things like help, my house is in trouble, or help, I'm in a secret relationship. Excuse me. Help! I'm in a secret relationship. Help!
It's true.
So we don't get those misfires because I'm able to look at the content, and I won't give you anything that's not terrible. Sorry, I won't. I'll everything I give you is going to be terrible.
Yeah,
but not so terrible that it's unwatchable. Is that clear?
What are our options for this month? For last month,
the options are, where is it? Here we go. The options for December, y'all. I think these are great. Number one is season 2 of My Unorthodox Life, when Julia is forced to navigate yet another avalanche of personal and professional challenges, i.e., Silvio's divorcing her, yes. and then Batsheva's husband is divorcing her as well. The really hot one.
Hot. Yes, he was hot.
And I've been watching it mostly because a lot of people telling, have you seen this season? You need to. Robert, her assistant, is pursuing his Broadway dreams.
Oh boy.
That's all I need to say about that.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna have a lot to say later. And both he and his boyfriend Raed are pursuing an open relationship.
Hey, well, more to you.
I know, but it's the way they're talking about it.
Don't know if I'd want to do that on television, but
yeah,
sure.
It's the way they're talking about it. And when he's like, yeah, well, for Raed's open, and for me, it's not really. And I'm just like saying, okay.
All right.
And so basically, meanwhile, Raed's fucking every guy he meets at the dog park. And Robert's just sitting at home singing Corner to the Sky.
Sounds familiar. Been there. I've been there.
So there's that one. So there's that choice. And the next title is Back in the Groove. 3 single women in their 40s are stuck in the grind of their everyday lives, and they'll date men in their 20s. Hosted by Taye Diggs of Stella Got Her Groove Back.
True.
I've watched one episode of this, and it's a mess. But especially some of the daters. And the next one is The Circle. So we've been asked to do this before, but this is, I think, season 5 of The Circle. And I'm not hating what I'm watching.
Is it Michelle Buteau who hosts that show?
Yes.
I love her.
The worst thing about The Circle, and y'all will hear me talk about it if we do it, is when they say, Circle, send message to blah, blah, blah. I'm so excited to see everyone here. Hashtag smiley face. Hashtag grateful. Smiling emoji. Fuck me up the ass emoji. And they voice text everything, and I'm like, this really is the end times.
It really is the end times.
So, but it's season 5. It's supposed to be fun. I've watched one episode just to again see if it was actual garbage or good hot garbage. But so those are your 3 choices: either My Unorthodox Life season 2, Back in the Groove, or The Circle season 5.
To vote, you just join our Reality Gaze Plus.
Yeah, and that is the $5 level, and we will. You'll be getting that probably tonight if you're listening on Sunday.
All right. We're gonna go take a commercial. I'm kidding. We're not.
You piece of shit.
Hey, we had to get through some. We were off a week.
We had to get through a lot.
So it doesn't matter. People are gonna message anyway that didn't listen. All right, let's just do this, y'all. So if you didn't watch the tell-all, you're going to be a little confused because it's a whole new format of a tell-all, y'all. In fact, most of part 1 of the tell-all, the first 30 minutes of it, none of it were actually the tell-all. It was just the slow, I don't want to say
march
foreplay,
towards death,
but more like a march. Yeah, I think they probably thought foreplay. For me, I thought it was just someone continuously trying to jack off my limp penis.
Yeah, and nothing ever really happened. And there was no lube.
No, I just felt numb from the knee down.
To me, this was kind of like a version of where if the tell-all was the Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
the movies, this was kind of a version of like they were showing us a really shitty version of The Hobbit, and I'm not talking about Big Ed, but
yeah.
it's like there were like 72 hours for the tell-all, 48 hours, and they're trying to build this up. This is what it felt like to me, that they're getting personalities from this tell-all together to see how things shake out, and they're kind of recapping their season. So it really is kind of like a Bravo Housewives format, but it's more like the Real Housewives of shit sandwiches or like Garbageville.
Yes. Yes.
And like no one really likes anyone. So, but I don't know.
No.
There are some housewife franchises where no one really likes anyone either.
Well, and I think they did this because I think some of these couples, like, I mean, this isn't a spoiler, but like, I am shocked that Kim and Usman are broken up. They're done. And I bring that up now, that we find that out later, but they don't really have anything to fight about. And because their relationship is done, and they're both kind of like, yeah, we're good. And so it's like and there seems like there's other couples, like Andre can't come with Libby because Libby is having a baby. Yep. So she's a month due. So she's in there virtually, but you can't ever see Andre and Libby interact. So it's like, how do we like combine these people with other people?
Yeah.
And like you said, Jovi and Yara didn't really have any conflict this season.
I have a tinfoil hat theory about this because I was kind of following up. I think they may have tried to start filming a tell-all, or they retrofitted it and realized, oh, fuck, this is boring. All of our normal shit's not happening.
Possibly.
And then they had to kind of retrofit everything or redo some stuff. And they're like, oh, we got to put them, after this is over, we got to put them like together and let them talk after it, because we all know that when they're by themselves, you might get a little more honesty. That's the conceit. However, with these people, they continue to have the worst takes possible. I can't even start to talk about Big Ed's takes, and we're going to spend I think it's least possible talking about him, because
we're gonna have to talk about it some, because they were
in more part two.
They were probably the major part of the tell-all, and then other people are getting involved in that. So we are going to have to, unfortunately, talk a little bit about Big Ed. It was pretty much Big Ed and Angela, y'all. So enjoy. Yeah. Enjoy.
So the first part of this, we're going to go through this a little quicker. But Angela's basically talking to her kids about how to make Michael jealous.
Nothing like talking to your grandkids about how to
Where's
stick
that
it to a man.
Mimo? That makes your boobies look good. Hopefully I won't be in jail in a while, because these are the conversations we're having.
Thanks for telling me that, but I'm probably going to do it.
Thanks, London.
Thanks, London. Is that what their name is? I have a niece.
One of them's
London.
name is London.
I have a niece named London.
And y'all, the Texas that Michael had sent her.
The Texas.
The Texas. I had mistakenly called Texas, but no, it is Texas.
It's Texas.
It is Texas. That she sent him. And saying Michael cheating. And cheating.
Thank you.
Michael was cheating.
Michael is cheating her. She's
got a secret weapon.
She's got a secret weapon, as she tells Skyla, because Skyla is, kind of like, because Skyla heard, we heard the voicemail. He literally is.
He said, "I love you."
He's full on caught cheating on her.
This is
full
cheating.
Stop.
Yep.
Full stop. Full
This
stop.
is cheating.
So she says that she has a man coming. We don't know at the time whose that is or anything like that. We will find out. But then this is where I went, oh, great. And this is where I was kind of like, I don't love this part. She just starts talking about how Usman was talking shit online.
Yep. Things we haven't seen, and things that were on social media. I think it was actually on a 90-day thing, or one of the spinoffs, where he was talking about it.
Like Bears All?
Yeah, or something
anymore.
like that.
I almost wish that they would leave. This is the kind of material they put in 90 Day Bears All, and I almost wish they would have left it there, or air bears all on television?
Well, I'll tell you why because they find this much more interesting than now. Because here's the thing.
And this makes 4-part tell-alls where they can get commercial money from.
With Michael and Angela, it's all hurt now. Angela's not going to do the anger because she's actually really hurt. And
she does anger first.
But that was toward Usman.
Yeah, that's toward
It's
Usman.
very different.
It's very different. She has to have somebody to get angry at. So
yeah. And
I just wrote, I hate this. I'm not invested in Angela's relationship with Usman at fucking all.
No. And it's hard to say someone's right or wrong because they have no connection at all really to one another. Yeah.
No emotional capital, as you say. None.
Now, there's a little bit with Ed. The only thing you just need to know here is he broke up with her for the 58th time, and she's moved out. In the next little part, Jovi and Andre are in a bar.
48 hours until the tell-all. Don't forget, Poodle.
Yeah.
You got to do
48 hours before the tell-all.
Getting close.
Jovi and Andre are in a bar in New York City. And this is my first what the fuck moment because we were listening. We were going to just kind of do things that made us go, well, this is weird. Or things that I went, and this is how I knew this was fake, this little scene. It was ridiculously fake.
I wrote fraudacity.
Here's why. Y'all, Jovi's drinking water. That never happens.
Never happens.
In a bar.
Never happens.
Jovi's drinking water. I can only think that a crew member said, you got to drink this because we're going to be filming for 3 hours. What? I got to drink water?
What?
Oh, my God.
Water?
I don't want to drink beer. I don't want to do that. So when I saw Jovi drink water, I went, nope, fraudacity. He doesn't drink water. That's like Angela drinking water.
It's this odd conversation because again,
and they rehash their season. They use this to rehash their season, both of them.
It's weird because y'all, they have nothing to talk about.
Mm-mm.
Like I will say, out of all of these, shockingly, the most organic kind of scene of somebody was Jenny and Kimberly, and I was surprised by that because they bonded about something in a shared experience. These guys have nothing in common.
Well, it helps that Kim knows everything about the show because she's a super fan.
And she came, honestly, so far, Kim's gotten the best edit in the
I agree. I think she knows what she's there to do. She's there to kind of be a supporter of a lot of the women.
I'm telling you now, she's going to be on the Single Life. I'm calling it.
I agree with you.
100%.
And weirdly, when she doesn't do creepy financial abuse stuff, I'm able to forget about that and move on. And I don't think she's a horrible a person as I used to. Jury's still out a little bit, but I enjoy her. I enjoy her on these tell-alls.
She's good. She's good TV, y'all.
She is. But this whole thing about them being and Joe's like, weren't you her family? Why can't you tell her that you blah blah blah? And
you got easy with slap and strip club. My wife would have tarred and killed me.
And then Andre's like, if I was Yara, I would just move on from you. And I just wrote down, these people aren't friends. There's no, like you said, I would say, there's no emotional capital here. There's not even a real understanding. They don't live in the same world.
No, they don't.
Even though they've been photographed like eating in New Orleans, but y'all, they're not friends. This is It was
so fake that y'all, I thought I was going to make this a secret scene, and I thought my TV might get a little blurry, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen. But so yes, they just rehashed because Jovi talks about basically how Yara wants to move potentially to Europe, and Andre's like, "But you are a family now.
Yeah,
what are you doing?" And then that kind of leads in this conversation that Andre says. This one made me laugh when Andre says, and Jovi's like, what's going on with you? And he's like, I cannot get my green card. And Jovi, instead of saying, oh, that sucks, goes, Yara got hers. You got it for 10 years. We got it. Easy peasy, pie.
Why didn't you do that? Like, we just went there and they gave her a green card.
And
What's wrong with you? Maybe you're the problem. Maybe you're the problem.
Andre's
It's me.
face.
Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
It's me. Yeah, I'm the problem.
I'm the
It's me.
It's me. Hi. My other what the fuck moment in this scene was when Jovi got upset and left the bar. Again, I say Jovi left the bar before it closed.
Jovi does, especially y'all. Production was paying for this. Jovi doesn't leave a free.
Jovi
drink.
doesn't leave a bar.
He does not. Because Jovi says to Andre, which is going to become Andre's narrative, because they need a narrative for Andre because Libby's not here, y'all.
Exactly.
And they're not wrong though about this. It's me. Hi, Andre. He says, have you ever thought that you're the problem? Now, again, it's Jovi. So instead of saying, do you think you could do things differently? Do you think you contribute? He basically just
Blames him.
Blame Andre for everything. And Andre literally just says, you're the one with the fucking problems. You go to strip club. What the fuck, man?
He took the feedback quite well, as you would imagine.
Quite well. He said, in fact, if I did that, if I did that to Lube, she would move on. And Yara should just move on.
Should we move on? Should we move on to Jenny and whoa?
We are actually. Let's actually.
We should take a
short
quick
break.
We're two peas in a pod. We're born and raised in San Diego.
I like peas. They're good. I pick them.
Yeah, you mostly exist on chicken feed.
Chicken feet. What? Now.
But y'all, the only thing you need to know about this quick little conversation.
Kindred Spirit, I'm always rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for anybody from San Diego. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for anyone who's a potential.
You're a potential.
You're a potential friend. You're a potential.
I-
Girl, why don't we meet up? Girl, why don't we meet up?
She is very girl.
Girl, let's meet up. Okay, cool.
The best is when they walked off with both of their doddering old lady walks.
Yeah, they do both kind of.
Both of them. Jenny kind of walks off, and Kim's got her like poopy pants walk, and both of them are like kind of have a little bit of problems walking.
Before they met each other too, they did a good job where we see Jenny buying some spices in an Indian store.
Yep.
But it was a smart move because then she walks out and you see that camera pans out and she goes, "Whack! I'm in New York City.
Oh, New York City."
I love it that boy, Jenny really has been living a different life because she's like,
I love that I could communicate and actually talk to people here and gotta get around. That's what I like. People actually
They'll speak English here.
They'll speak. They don't yell at me, blonde woman, leave. It's nice. Bagak.
I'm not ripped off here. So they're also talking about Angela being a problem.
Jenny says,
Angela's always so strong. She always gets control.
And then Kim brings up the whole, she's like,
Usman and Michael hanging out and being
like,
a scammer.
She blocked me on her social media, which is stupid because you know I'm really good at social media. You know I love it.
So, and Kim insists she's not going to get into the fray. So
she says tonight, and she's like,
but girlfriend, if she comes up for you, I'm coming up in my heels for my friend Jenny. And Jenny goes,
you're wearing heels? Oh God. I can't get them on my chicken feet. Haven't worn it. I've got those 3 toes that spread out. Like they just pop out of the heels and it clicks when I walk them. Sometimes I hit my pinky claw and it hurts.
Sometimes they just cut through every heel I wear just cuts through it.
It cuts through
with my toes.
That balance. Chicken heels.
So then this one actually, the next one actually, to me, I thought could work, that Yara would have a good influence on Shida.
Yes.
And
I just want to say, you brought up a good point. I feel like in these pairings, there needs to be, because they do not know each other, it needs to be our people like Jenny and Kimberly Are they kindred spirits and can they relate to each other? Or can one person almost offer like a mentor or something?
Yeah.
These work much better than Jovi
And Andre.
and Andre. Who was Ed with? Oh, we saw Ed with Bilal. Like,
Oh, boy, that's a good
boy.
mix.
boy, it's so
Boy.
it just
That's a buddy comedy you never want to see.
yeah, like when Big Ed is your biggest fan, you
Ass
ain't doing
and
something good.
assier.
You know what? Don't
Wow.
disparage ass like that. Don't disparage ass.
Yeah, when Big Ed said, "I love that guy," talking to Bilal, I'm like, again, possibly the worst takes in the world.
Yeah, I love a good prank. Love a good prank of getting a different house. Great.
It's uncanny how he can find the worst view of a situation. It's amazing.
He's
Disgusting.
He's gross.
Actually, on Tell-All Part 2, he establishes himself. We've known this for a long time. Since that horrible phone call came out, he lets his mask slip.
he does.
We finally
does.
see what we heard on that phone call with Liz that was leaked.
Yep.
That you see the mask slips just enough to see him as the insecure, projection-oriented pile of cluttered garbage that he is. Like utter trash, but not good garbage. This is like used Band-Aids, old coffee grounds, banana peels that are rotting.
Yeah, you can compost all that stuff, so that's actually better things than Ed.
Oh,
Banana peels,
how about
coffee ground?
how about used up bottles of 5 Hour Energy?
There you go.
There you go.
In the middle of the ocean.
Yes. And
There you
those
go.
things those plastic things that used to get stuck around ducks' heads.
Ducks and turtles and things.
Yeah.
All that island of plastic in the Pacific
Gum
Ocean.
wrappers.
Yes. Like Ed
Yeah.
can't live on that island even because he's not worthy.
Yeah. So again, I don't think he'll have a single fan after this. You know what? People have proved me wrong.
He still makes
Anyway.
money on Cameo.
Gross.
I know.
So
I know.
y-
So yes,
Yara-
Yara and Shida. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I waylaid you.
And then they say, we've been talking online. I don't believe any of that. Or maybe Shida wants to, because I think Shida wants to be an influencer.
For
or
sure,
wants to- she is
100%.
an influencer, but
So
she
does
wants to
Bilal.
be a bigger influencer. And we do find out that Bilal won't let her have a joint bank account with his account because, of course, he won't.
Of course he won't. Of course he won't.
And Yara's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, because they're looking at jewelry and that's Shida. So they're talking about money. And so she's like, Bilal doesn't like to spend anything. That's why I need my independence. And Yara's like, yeah, I make my own Jovi, I make my own money. It's fine. And you need to do whatever you want. And so Shida kind of walks away from that meeting like, yeah, maybe like on the tell-all, I do need to stand up for myself. Maybe I need to do that.
Yep. She walks home to Bilal just like sitting on the bed. And he's
Hold
like,
on. Oh, hold on. 16 hours until the tell-all.
oh, thank you. And he's like, well, to tell the truth, my wife is easily manipulated by other people.
They show she's women. Women just they get
Their brains are smaller than ours.
yeah, they don't have that strong mind. It's just you look over
and
there, and they just
My next what the fuck moment is Bilal said, this is the actual phrase he said. Sometimes you're just really hard to please. You want it your way or the highway. I was without speech. This is how he lives his life.
kettle black.
I know. The ultimate projection. It's
Kettle black.
and he even says, and this is the worst part of it, says, just tomorrow, don't attack me
Don't attack
when
me.
everybody
She
else
said-
does.
And she says, so last time on the tell, you felt like I didn't stand up for you. And he said, yeah, that's because we need to preface this. This is what he said. He said, I don't expect you to stand up for me, but don't attack me along with everyone else. And so it's this idea of he does a little bit of trying not even to validate, but just make her think that she's Just he basically any type of truth that she believes, he just wants to undermine that so that way
Yep.
she is completely without confidence.
So we've obviously been to the fake friend bureau to get another person to
Oh, wait,
kind
I'm
of
sorry,
be a
1
foil for
second.
Angela.
8 hours before the tell-all. 8
Sorry.
hours before the tell-all.
And this friend looks like Big Ange from Mob Wives. And it's her friend Jen. Jen's had some, let's
work.
say, a little bit of work done on her labias on her face, her
boy.
face labial issues.
Wow. Y'all, I'm all about work. I'm all about it. Hell, I'm getting work in April, but I'm not going to touch my lips. I just don't see a lot of good lips that are done. And also, I don't need my lips done.
It seems like it has to be done really well to not look like the girl gremlin. And we've said this, and people have come at us saying, "I got mine done. This actually works for me. Go here." They don't fill it a lot, you know.
I guess I want to see some before and afters of people who look good.
Yeah.
That's what
the one you don't want is Gabby from Lalu.
Y'all, she like every scene, if the 2 weeks go by, she gets something else injected into her face.
Is that mayonnaise expired? Could you just pop it a little bit?
Yeah, right
Give me
here.
a syringe of that.
Just put it right in between my brow. Thank you.
Y'all, Angela is flirting with the men out on the.
Yeah,
Jen is completely new.
But I just want to say, it makes no sense since she went to Nigeria with her friend Renee, who ends up on the tell-all later. So why don't we just have a scene with Renee and Angela?
I think Renee would not babysit Angela again. I think Jen is a paid friend, probably a PA. But they couldn't get a younger PA, so they had to get someone who was a little bit older, who kind of looked like would be a friend to Angela.
I think she's central casting from Long Island.
I think they just paid.
Yeah, I think they just.
Jen is a paid friend, y'all. That's court. We're what is it? Case dismissed.
Or in your case, the bottom has decided.
The bottom has decided.
Bump, bump.
Yeah. So let's just jump in to tell-all day one.
It's the day of the tell-all, y'all. Now the
finally.
It hasn't started yet. It's just the day of the tell-all.
And fucking Ed is just swigging Pepto like there's nobody's business.
Oh, yes.
Because he's about to get roasted like the vile little pig he is.
It's true.
And it did feel satisfying in the second part, which we're going to talk about in a minute.
It did. And Liz already says, I know I'm going to look stupid because Ed and I are back together. And I went, yes, you are. You are. You are going to look dumb.
I'm trying to be careful. Do I think she is doing herself a huge disservice by being with him? Yes. Do I partially think she's doing it for the fame? Yes.
That's the deal with Liz is that, yeah. Go, I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No, go on. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say that I have empathy for her and that clearly she's in like a really emotionally, verbally abusive relationship with this fuckhead.
Definitely.
Yes. So I have empathy for her. And we can also talk about she really is, I think, a fame whore as well. And we don't know everything because we stopped covering them. But even one of the reasons we stopped covering them was not just Ed. It's because she knew what she was getting into. And also she participated in the grossness as well.
Yeah. And she was online attacking women that he had been with and kind of she was stoking the flames. I'm not trying to blame her. But
that doesn't mean she deserves the treatment from Ed.
By any means.
It's a separate thing. It's a separate thing.
And so I gotta say this. Shall we just do looks now?
Oh, yes.
Let's do looks. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start with Liz. I didn't think it could get worse from that single all
Ooh.
where the dress is too short. It's not flattering.
It's that nightgown material again that women wear that I
see
do not.
her. Basically, you can see her panty line through it.
Panty line, the mic pack. It just doesn't look good.
She doesn't look good. She doesn't look healthy.
No.
I'd like to be meaner about it, but I can't because she looks rough. But the dress is, and you can tell at one point she actually has to go look at something in part 2, and she has to pull her dress down.
Yeah.
I think Libby looks fantastic. Libby looks great. Her makeup looks great. The dress looks great.
Her makeup, I thought she looked the best.
She looked the best of all of them, I think.
Looked great.
Yara looked great. She was trying a little too hard.
No, I'm going to back that up. I'm going to back it up. Yara's dress was great or fine. Yara's hair was great. Yara's makeup, particularly her eyebrows.
I had a problem with the eyebrows too.
Doing that eyebrow lightening thing that people are doing right now, and y'all, it looks fucking stupid, especially when you're on television and we need your eyebrows to frame your face.
And she's not expressive, and it made her look like she was too overly Botoxed.
Your eyebrows should be the same color of your hair or one light or one shade darker. They can maybe be one shade lighter if you have very dark hair. But
this trend needs to end. This trend needs to stop. I hate it every time I see it. And I sound like an old person when I say it. It annoys the fuck out of me.
I don't notice your beautiful eyes when you speak to me. I notice your alien eyebrows. And I think did you fuck a Klingon and something went haywire with genetics? That's what I think of.
Hey, Klingons look great. There's something really sexy about Klingons.
All right, we can't get into your Trekkie fantasies. I didn't necessarily love the dress per se, but I thought that color green looked beautiful on Kimberly. I thought she looked pretty good.
Yeah, I liked that. Angela, girl, invest in a travel steamer.
Yes.
It didn't fit her well. But I think the rules of what Angela wears don't really apply to what a lot of people wish. What did you think of Shida's layers, that dress? I liked the top. It wound up looking dowdy.
When she walked, it looked prettier when she stood and dowdy
I agree.
when she sat.
It's a standing dress. It's a standing dress.
Yes.
You know what else was standing? We're going to talk about it on part 2. Becky's outfit. Sorry,
that was a standing
Becky's
outfit.
Scarf.
That did not look good when she sat down.
No. There are outfits that are standing outfits. I need you to do this. I need you, if you're choosing something that's maybe a little revealing, go for it. Go for it.
Wear a cutout in the front. That's great. She's got the body to do it.
Sit down before you. If you're going to be sitting, take a picture. Sit down, stand, maybe recline. Especially if you're going to be photographed.
Cross your legs, uncross your legs, see how it all looks.
Try it out.
I thought Jenny looked fine. Jenny looked nice.
Jenny looked like Jenny.
Jenny looked like Jenny. I think
the men all look fine. I did not mind Andre's kind of 70s print. That was the same thing that Michael wore from Love After Lockup. Someone has pointed out.
Yeah, I thought Andre looked good. I thought
Joby was fine in his sport coat, and I'm trying to think.
Bilal looked fine.
Bilal actually, to say one thing nice about him, he actually looked good in his. I like the pattern of his shirt.
He looked nice.
Fit.
Who else?
Ed looked like he normally does in a black, boring shirt. I think that's about it. Right. Sumit looked like he always does. Sean looks great.
Sean looks great as usual. I will say Charlie looked better this tell. He did not look drunk. He did not look so bloated.
Oh, no, he was coked out, though.
Yeah.
His leg was shaking like a motherfucker.
But he looked better. Just show y'all. Coke's going to make you look better than alcohol.
That's true.
But
maybe not the next day.
We advise not doing any of them. So to
In your
over.
20s, early 20s.
No, the opinions of Jake Anthony are not the opinions of reality gays. No.
But
No.
here's the thing. Don't date a coke dealer. I can say that. That is an opinion. That is an opinion you can take to the bank.
To the bank.
Nothing good is going to come from dating a coke dealer.
No, because literally Jake had to go to the bank and had no money.
I had to go to the safe deposit box.
Yeah, if you date a coke dealer with a big dick, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You're in trouble.
Oh, it's the Lady of the Tiger. It's a real problem.
I think that is everybody. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, Libby,
so I just want
wins.
Yeah. The Shida basically says, "Oh, I have to watch my husband around Angela." I'm like, "You're fine."
Oh yeah, they're in the
'Cause she likes
elevator.
black
Yeah.
men.
Well, Angela says, "You look good." I'm like, yeah, you're fine. So,
and again, I just want to say one more what the fuck moment for me was Ed coming in saying, well, here's the thing. I'm going to support Bilal and everything. Again, the worst possible take. It's like he's genetically engineered to find the most objectionable thing to say.
even Jovi said, Ed is 100% your fan. He's your big. I didn't really think that was a good idea. I didn't think that was a good idea to punk your wife with a fake house. But hey, what do I know?
I loved
Ed
it. I
liked it.
loved it when you surprised her. And he says he thinks Shida is a gold digger. Because, y'all, he's always going to support the men, regardless.
He's always going to
the
support
worst of the men he likes more. And anyway, he's like, I loved it when he took her to that dump.
It was great.
And basically, the other kind of when Bilal met Ed, another moment when Ed said, Shalom, is that what I say to you? Instead of Assalamu alaikum.
Don't think it is.
No, that's so you said to a Jewish person.
Yeah, not Ed. Thanks for
Someone
doing your
who speaks
research.
Hebrew.
Thanks for doing your research on that. So I love that. So they're all kind of starting to sit around and gather around what we normally see for a tell-all. And Andre starts talking to Yara, and Andre just basically says to Yara, I told your husband I wouldn't take to a strip club. He wanted me to go to a strip club tomorrow night. And Yara got last night. And Yara's like, what? And they're just
like, get to strip clubs. That's like what people do. It's New York City. That's what we're going to do in yards and we go, but it's fine.
But Jovi did a great job because he immediately was like, well, he said you were a gold digger.
He did.
And that was smart because gold digger. It triggered Yara, y'all, because especially coming from Ukraine, like there's, as we've seen and as we have not seen, sometimes Eastern European women can be stereotyped to be gold diggers.
Well, Andre basically said the numbers don't lie. I don't know where he got these figures, but he basically says 1 in 3 is a scam or something.
I'm going to say, kind of like Maria, Andre is not accountant. I don't think he knows.
So, Angela walks out, immediately says, fuck you, bitch, to Usman. Well,
Angela doesn't show up backstage. We should say they're all backstage, and then they go, and they're like, I guess she's not gonna come. And I did think it was funny when Andre and Jovi, I just want to say, Andre and Jovi were kind of fighting, and Yara was like, don't you Eastern Europeans, and Kimberly goes, whoa, Jesus Christ, we're still in the green room, guys.
We're still in the green room. There's a lot to talk about. Whoa, do you not watch the show? The drama is on the tell-all. Because I'm a super fan, so I know.
She's so psyched to be there. Every time, she's like, Kimberly, you watched this show for a very long time. And now you're backstage.
Whoa, dreams do come true. Dreams do come true. You're meeting your friends, Kimberly.
When she looks love that for her. I do too. Love that for her, that she's getting her dream of being an overly sensationalized reality TV star.
Do I think her and Usman were wonderful people? No, I think
absolutely
he's a con.
Not.
And I like, again, y'all, she got him a fucking engagement ring that said #I win. That's fucking gross. But I do like her. I think I'd have a fun time hanging out with her. I'd really like to hang out with her son.
I'm mellowing towards her. The more she becomes just we focus less on her drama, and it's not the martyrdom shit. with
Yeah.
her, the more I can kind of have fun. Y'all, but you're exactly right. Angela's not backstage. She comes out basically
Go ahead.
freaking out.
They're all sitting there, and she just rages in like
Yeah.
like Daenerys on a dragon.
Except instead of fire, it's just cloud of cigarette smoke. And someone goes, "Do you smell Marlboro Reds?"
Those are Virginia Slims, fucker.
I guarantee you, she has never smoked a Virginia Slim ever. She likes the longest cigarette possible.
She does.
That was when I tried to stop smoking. My friends and I tried to smoke Virginia Slims for a while. You wound up just smoking 2. Or like Marlboro Ultralights. You're like, you'd finish one, you're like, well, that wasn't anything. So you just have another one.
Wow.
Those were the days. So
Speaking of smoking, what did you think later on when you saw Andre smoking?
Okay. Does he hide that? He must. Does he smoke all the time?
I bet he just smokes when he's drinking, because I bet Libby would never let him smoke.
I guarantee you he smoked like a chimney when he lived in Moldova.
Oh, 100%.
Or in Ireland. And so I doubt she would let him smoke. If he smokes on the show, he's hidden it quite well. Y'all come at us if we're wrong about it, but when I saw him smoke that cigarette, I was like, God, I'd climb you like fucking Mount Etna. And I'd explode like it too. Ooh.
Too soon.
Not really. Pompeii was a long time ago. I think we're over Pompeii.
All right. Well, people in Pompeii are.
If you've seen pictures, they were just like when they were reduced to ash. They were quite surprised.
They were surprised. They were like, did anybody get frozen in ash just fucking in Pompeii?
I don't know. I assume someone did. It's a good way to go out if you're going to get hit by an active volcano.
They went out quickly.
That's true. Where were we?
Andre smoking.
You said Mount Etna was too soon. Anyway, y'all, Angela's fighting with Usman. He calls her a pig, and then Yara basically says, "You need to sit down." Blah blah blah, and y'all.
Angela goes up and gets in her face.
And Yara's not deterred. And good for her that she wasn't really having it.
Yara she full on is like, yep, I'm not. And the whole time Kimberly's like, I have nothing to do with this. I have nothing. She even says, not me, not it, not it, not it.
I think that's a very savvy move for Kim, because I think she gets that. Once you're on that side of Angela, there's no way you're ever going to get a word in. So it's better to be somewhat cold friends with her instead of any type of warm ally or enemy, I should say.
I think Kimberly is one of the smartest cast members we've seen on 90 Day Fiancé in a long time.
You mean as far as image-wise?
Because she's like someone who has watched Big Brother for 20 years and then gets on Big Brother. She knows the game.
Oh, she wouldn't work. She wouldn't do that game well because
but it's ironic. She doesn't do it well with herself.
But she can help other people. Yeah,
she can help other people, and she is Mm-hmm. She would be terrible at Big Brother. She would be terrible.
Oh, she'd freak out the first night. She'd be gone the first weekend. And
Sean Robinson just looks up to the sky and goes, "What is going on?"
The funniest thing is that faux outrage. They knew this was going to happen. Either Sean didn't know it and they didn't tell her, but you have to know. She's like, "Well, it's Angela. Of course this is going to happen."
And now Michael's trying to act like, because y'all, he knows he fucked up. Because Usman says, "Angela's the worst thing that happened to Nigeria," and Michael goes, "You said a lot of things against my wife. Because Angela walks out and leaves, literally hasn't even started. She leaves. And if Angela leaves, Michael's like, I'm leaving too in defense of my wife." And
the next thing, basically, then they start the tell-all.
This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. She came in rough.
She came in. She's not coming in nice.
So yes, finally, here we are, an hour
5
into
minutes
this,
left.
an hour into this
And we
podcast.
finally
the tell-all starts.
start the actual tell-all.
Yeah, we finally
This
start.
really was The Hobbit.
It was. It was.
And like
we
Ginny-
haven't even seen the dragon yet, y'all.
No.
That's
Jenny
where we are in The
misses Submit. Yara is. We do hear that Yara is back in America now, and she's like, we're going back to New Orleans. But Joey has been looking in Florida for places to live, which would be much better for Yara because I think she likes Florida.
And it's really close to New Orleans. I could see honestly them doing well and like living in St. Pete's near.
Yep.
I could see them becoming friends with like Andre and Lib.
Yep, I can see that. I think they would get along with each other.
I think that's the fraudacity in this. I actually think Jovi
and Andre are fine.
Are friends, and that's where they were like, let's have them fight.
Well, they've been seen eating dinner like a couple times. They've hung out. Yeah. So
I would love. Oh God, please let them air an episode of The Single Life with Natalie trying to date and Yara lives in St. Pete's and she's trying to give her dating advice.
Oh, I'd love that. I think Yara knows that Natalie's a nut bar, though.
Oh, 100%.
And turns out y'all, Bilal and Shida are not using protection anymore. I still think he's probably sneaking birth control into her food somehow. I don't trust him at all. It happened too easily.
It's probably like that reminded me of my cousin Kelly, my Aunt Peggy's daughter. I saw them briefly, and because her daughter graduated med school. But anyway, I saw my cousin Kelly, and I said, "How are you doing?" She's like, "I'm good," but my friend, I can't remember what her friend's name was. Her name, like Danila. No, it just reminds me. I wonder if because this is something that maybe Shida. I don't know if Shida knows, but anyway, my cousin Kelly just said, "You know how you have those friends down here that you know this that people from the South, no matter what, they always talk like this. Hi, Jay.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? How are you? How are you? I've seen you in a coon's age. Oh my God. What?" And so my cousin Kelly said, "I'm driving him in a car, and I don't remember this woman's name. I don't know her name's. Maybe it's my cousin LaDonna.
It is
I don't
not
know.
important."
Anyway, so she calls. Let's just say her name's LaDonna, like my cousin. I found out was my cousin. I didn't even know she was my cousin. But anyway, that was another story I told on the show. But Jake's eyes are big. Anyway, my cousin Kelly said, so I'm driving down the road, and I answered my phone. I'm like, hello. And she's like, hi, Kelly. What's going on, sissy? She's like, oh, hey, LaDonna. How are you? She's like, I'm good, but I just want you to know, have you heard about my daughter? She's fucking. And my cousin Kelly goes, What? And she's like, yeah, Jennifer's fucking. And so I know your husband Dale, he's a doctor, and maybe I just want to see if I can get some advice because she stuck one of those things up her pussy and she can't get it out. So we're trying to get it out of her pussy. Can you help us with this?
An IUD?
Yes.
She stuck an IUD up into her vagina, and she couldn't get it out.
And my cousin Kelly's thinking, I'm just driving down the road thinking, I just can't believe you're saying your daughter's fucking in that term of voice. And Kelly said, and when she said, did you know she was fucking? And Kelly said, I did not know. That is news to me. And Kelly said, I know that she's been fucking everybody in the school. I've already heard about it, but I'm not going to say that.
I thought you had to have your doctor put an IUD in. Maybe I'm wrong.
No,
again, I'm not the best person to ask about this.
As Kelly says, she's jumped over more dicks than my daughter has hurdles in a track meet.
Wow. Sorry, LaDonna.
Anyway,
to find out
so
that.
Maybe Bilal put an IUD in Shida and she doesn't know about it. That was the whole point of that story.
That sounds like sexual assault. But anyway. What was I going to say? I'm so confused. We do find out that Kim and Usman are still broken up, but they're friends because we're cool. We're cool. It's fine. We're cool.
Look.
Maybe friends with benefits.
I'm the one who let him go. I let go. I said, yammy, you gotta go bye-bye. No more yammy. I let it go.
There's a little bit here near the end of Ed and Liz, and I don't want to get What's interesting here
yeah.
is he's kicked out Liz twice. Again, we didn't watch this season, but like the cast completely turns on him, which
Well, they turn
I
on him.
enjoy.
Yes, they turn on him because what I think we do have to talk about is y'all. Rose shows up. Rose is there, but before that, Sean Robinson full on ask Ed on the tell-all, "Have you talked to Rose at all?" And Ed looks up and says, "I may have. I don't remember. I'm not
Because
sure."
I'm a socialite. I talk to a lot of people. I'm a socialite. I'm a
Rose
socialite.
shows up, and Liz actually, I was surprised because
Socialite.
Liz normally is super jealous and terrible, but Liz like says, "Oh, you're beautiful," and
Yeah.
she's fine. And she asked Rose, she said, "Rose, has Ed messaged you?" And Rose is like, "Yeah, just like a month ago, he messaged me."
Yep. And he basically says, "I don't remember." And you guys, he does that thing where Ed looks up to God, like, if there's anybody out there who's a god of filthy, disgusting, trash narcissists, can you save me now? And guess what, y'all? And guess what, y'all? Bilal prays to him every night. So
Every night.
yeah.
Every night. And that's where the tell-all part one
And
ends.
that's part one. I think we've been 5 minutes into the actual tell-all.
We've been ironically the tell-all part two. It's a full show, but I honestly kind of more shit happened in part one, so
That's why we needed to go over it.
That's why we needed to go over it. So it works out well. So in our part two, we'll actually be covering part two of the tell-all. That worked out. That never worked out.
Who knew?
Who knew? Anyway, y'all. That's Reality Guys today. Happy New Year. Welcome back, everybody. We are very
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes, we are. I know Jake and I both are, especially after that. What Hayes drug us through. January and February are going to be exciting months.
I agree.
Exciting. We thought Love Is Blind was going to be coming back in February, but we've kind of heard through some people
insider information that it may be a little later.
It's going to be a little later. So that's okay, y'all, because we have a lot. We have a lot of good TV,
and we have a lot of plans. We had our big kickoff meeting this past week. Got a lot of interesting things lined up for y'all this year.
I already forgot what we talked about.
I know. But I have a record of it, so
you poodle has
just,
the record.
Just show up and read the script that I tell you to do. Okay. Like I said, every live show. Just show up, don't question. Just show up, and when I tell you to be somewhere, do a show and perform like a trained seal you are. Exactly.
I'm fine with that.
Exactly. Just show up and hit your marks and don't bump into the furniture.
And that's why Poodle and I work, everybody. All right, y'all. That's the show. That's Tell-All Part 1. We'll see you for Tell-All Part 2. That'll be airing tomorrow night. Again, if you want that commercial free, you can join the $8 tier at Reality Gaze Plus, and you will be getting all of that. Go to realitygaze.com. That's our website. Follow us. Believe me, we've got producer Christina is fucking cranked out some great memes with some classless of us watching part 3 of Chantel and Pedro.
There's a whole a meditation on Sir Isaac Newton that Karen Chantel's mom. She tells us all about physics.
She does, yeah, and yeah, she in her way. Yes, it was
Dumbass.
very educational, as the Tom would say.
Very
Anyway,
educational.
So check out our TikTok, Reality Gaze. Check out our Instagram, Reality Gaze Podcast. Check out our Twitter for now, Reality Gaze Pod.
For now.
We're not tweeting a lot, but we're there. And again, if you're like, I don't want to watch the tell-alls, watch Love in Paradise and prepare yourself for the other way, because you will fucking thank us. That right now is airing. 2 episodes are airing each night on TL. Or I'm sorry, 2 episodes are airing a week. I think on Monday nights. Is it Wednesday nights? We drop our podcast on Wednesday, but I think it airs Monday nights. It airs.
I think you're right. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, on
TLC, or if you have Discovery Plus. You can just watch them all there. And then we're airing our recaps that we did prior on our Reality Gaze Plus. We're airing those on the free feed on Wednesday, so you can listen to that as well. But
some of you are saying, "Are y'all coming to San Diego?" And I'm like, that was back in the summer. That's why we're dropping them. I guess when we're saying things like, it's lovely these summer months, they're going, what's wrong with these gays?
What's wrong, y'all? It aired. I feel like we need to have an announcement that says, this episode of Reality Gaze originally aired June 16th, because people are going to get so fucking confused.
And I'm like, I just saw the Queen on television the other day. I'm so glad she's alive.
You know, I think Harry and his brother are going to work things out. I think it looks good for them.
I hope no one ever produces a Netflix series about it. And maybe one day we'll find out if Harry is circumcised or not. Yeah, maybe we need to start saying things like that make people realize when in time things are.
When in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea. All right, everybody. We call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places, Poodle?
Yes. And if you are just getting too many texts from all of your bitches,
All your bitches.
call us.